Now let's talk about the factors responsible for the growth of nationalism in India. The prime factor is the economic factor, and in your book, according to your book, this is economic exploitation. Let's see what is the meaning of exploitation. Using someone for your own benefit and doing nothing for his or her benefit or betterment. आप किसी व्यक्ति का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हो अपने फ़ायदे के लिए और उसकी बेटरमेंट के लिए आप कुछ नहीं करो, तो ये एक ट्रू एग्जांपल है एक्सप्लॉयटेशन की. एंड दिस इज़ व्हाट ब्रिटिश डिड. दे अर्नड अ लॉट फ्रॉम इंडिया, बट दे डिड नथिंग फॉर द betterment of India or Indian people. And as we know that more than 90% of the population of India was indulged in the agriculture. They were the farmers, and they were the prime target, first target or the prime target of British policymakers or the British rulers. uh, you have to pay a heavy amount of taxes. If you are a farmer in India, you're supposed to pay a heavy amount of taxes, and here your exploitation will begin. अब आपके पास पैसे नहीं है तो डेफिनेटली यू विल गो टू मनी लेंडर. आप जाओगे लैंडलॉर्ड के पास, आप जाओगे मनी लेंडर के पास, and you will kept your land in the hands of that those money lenders, and you will get some money, and with that money you will pay your taxes. And this particular incident, or this particular thing, uh, was keep on going for not 1 year, 2 year, but more than 100 years. More than 100 years it happened in India. And this totally destroyed the Indian economy, especially the farmers and the peasants. Second is the artisans and craftsmen, and these are the people who used to make things. ये वो लोग रहे जो चीज़ें बनाते थे हाथ से, artisans and craftsmen. And definitely if you are making things, you're supposed to get some raw material. But what these British were doing, they were getting all the raw material and bringing taking it to England, and they were making those things, and they used to sell the manufactured things in India. Now what is happening here? These poor artisans and craftsmen, they couldn't get raw material. Afterwards, if they might be having some raw material with them, they cannot sell those things because the British has put a number of taxes. बहुत सारे टैक्सेस लगा दिए इनके ऊपर. वो बेच नहीं पा रहे, या वो जो सामान है अपना, they are selling it on a high price as compared to the British. And British are the one who are buying those things on a very uneconomic prices, and they are earning a high profit. And these things crippled, ये इसने तोड़ दिया, अपाहिज कर दिया इंडियन आर्टिजन और क्राफ्ट्समैन को. द थर्ड थिंग इज द वर्किंग क्लास. ये वर्किंग क्लास क्या है? These are the people who were working in the industries, and who were exploited by the mill owners. Most of them mostly most of the time, these mill owners were the British. And these middle class workers, their outlook and interest were very broad, covering whole of nation. Though their factories were located in the cities, all these factors made their political thinking far more significant than their numerical strength. अब ये गिनती में कम थे, but they were thinking in a broad way. They were thinking about whole India, not about themselves, but they were thinking as they were representing the whole India. Who? That is the working class, or the social class, which was working in the factories under the British. The fourth one is the educated class. And ये एक this is the interesting factor, because these people were educated, and they are the one who were believing that British will definitely do something for them. But unfortunately, or sooner or later, they realize that they are doing nothing. That this is what nationalism is. So what was happening here? The only employment available to the educated Indians was the government services or government sectors. पहले तो मिल नहीं रही थी. First thing, they were not getting it. Second, if they are getting it, uh, they were not having ample of chances or enough chances, not ample of chances, but enough chances or least chances to get promotion. If you can see that the whole sections of Indian societies, चाहे वो farmers रहे, working class रही, I mean your artisans or craftsmen रहे, whether it was educated class or the people who were literate, all were under the exploitation of British. So sooner or later, when they realized it, they started thinking in one single way. That is that is called nationalism.